Okay.
We got so many angles, like I don't want to have 12 minutes of bayoneting.
Yeah, this is only funny once.
Yeah,
all right, yeah, ready.
Oh, bend the bayonet.
Ooh.
Hey folks, Dave here, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Today, I've got an update video for you guys on my Backyard Battlefield series. That's my real-world firearm series that I guess recently has been kind of lax. There's only been one of those videos from that series posted this year, which was of course my Battlefield 1 inspired Carcano carbine video with the attached extendable bayonet. Now I realize that I don't usually just post update videos for a series, but a lot of you guys have been asking specifically as far as the Backyard Battlefield series goes, where is part 3 of the M1A marksman rifle build series that I started all the way last summer. The first episode was last April, and then last June was episode 2, where I was taking my M1A style battle rifle and converting that over to a marksman rifle, inspired a bit by the survival game DayZ, of course, but also the real-world military applications of these rifles as kind of placeholder marksman rifles in real life. Anyway, that series has hit a bunch of snags, most of them actually last year. I'll go into more detail in part 3, which is still coming, but the M1A is not a platform that was designed for scopes at all. And there's a lot of things that go into why that's the case. I've learned tons about the M1A M14 platform over the course of working on this part 3 video. I think it'll make for a much more interesting video for you guys as I walk you through the challenges that I ran smack into and how I've ended up with what's actually a super fun to shoot marksman rifle, if not the most accurate one out there. The good news is a bunch of those difficulties as far as the build itself for the M1A is concerned have been overcome, and now it's just a matter of going out and filming the last bits of footage for the part 3 of the video. And that's where this update video kind of comes in, because my main difficulty this year hasn't been the builds and projects themselves for Backyard Battlefield, but actually a sudden drought of locations to shoot. That's both shooting with the weapons and shooting as far as filming goes. Now, it's not a huge problem. It's not like I got banned from somewhere. It's just that a bunch of people who had private land and were okay with me going out there to film and shoot, well, they've moved or their schedules have just been absolutely nuts this year. So it's been very hard to find a location to actually get some shooting and filming done. I'm working on a couple of backup locations that should help fill in the gaps, and I won't have to rely on just one person, but I'm still working on a couple of those backup locations. So for just a bit longer, these videos are going to be still kind of sparse, even though I have a huge project list that I want to go through. Speaking of ideas and projects, I wanted to run an idea by you guys for possibly one last hurrah for the World War I styled Backyard Battlefield videos. I've done a couple of those over the last couple of years that have been directly inspired by Battlefield 1 and its World War I setting, and I think they've been a lot of fun. I'm looking at the possibility of perhaps doing one more World War I Backyard Battlefield episode with a weapon that kind of leads directly towards the technology seen in World War II. So that would be a really fun kind of bridge between Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 as far as inspiration goes, and World War I and World War II as far as the actual settings go. So if you guys would be interested in that last hurrah video for Backyard Battlefield and its World War I inspirations, let me know in the comments, because it is going to be a pretty good expense and a lot of work, but I do have a pretty solid idea if you guys would be interested in seeing one more of those. Again, guys, I'm really hoping to get those filming location difficulties straightened out sometime in the somewhat near future, because there are tons of just ideas that I've got for this series that I want to share with you guys, and projects that I've been working on that I think would be a lot of fun to cover in a video. It is difficult to find a place to just set up for the day and do a whole bunch of target shooting and filming, and in a lot of cases with a ridiculous outfit or historically inspired uniform or something like that that's just very odd for a public range. But as I'm working to get a couple of different backup locations set up for this series, I'm also trying to branch out and try a few new things. You guys might see behind me here on the workbench, there's a whole bunch of ammo and just junk piled up. I just today got back from my first 3-gun competition. If you guys aren't aware, 3-gun is a competition that is timed overall, and it involves rifle, shotgun, and pistol stages. I heard of one that was within driving distance, but it was coming up in, I think I had like a 2-week warning, and again, because of the difficulties finding a place to shoot, I hadn't been to the range in something like 6 months. And really, I had every reason to not make this my first 3-gun competition today. Murphy's Law, everything went wrong, and there might be a full video that just goes over it all because it's kind of a fun story. But just for this update video, I'll say that I just went ahead and said, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and it was so much fun, and I got some pretty awesome footage, even again with all the Murphy's Law stuff going wrong with all the preparation. As much as I enjoy the historical videos and trying out new, unusual, and usually old firearms, getting some practice in with some more modern stuff and learning some applicable skills and just competing for time and, you know, trying to see if you can maintain your shooting abilities under stress and those time constraints, that's been a lot of fun. So I might have more of that coming up in the future as well. Oh, and before I go, you guys might notice that I'm actually wearing a Backyard Battlefield hat. That's something that I've been wanting to do for years now, and thanks to the RangerDave Spreadshirt shop, where I've got all my RangerDave, General Dave, Fallout, and miscellaneous casual shenanigans merchandise. I've actually got the Backyard Battlefield hats up there now. You guys can see it's not a patch, but it's actually like a vinyl emblem that's right there on the hat, and it looks pretty awesome. I've been real happy with this one so far. So if you guys are interested in picking up one of these to go with the series, you can find the link to the shop right there in the description. But for now, thank you guys for watching, thank you for your patience, and I'll see you all next time.